And David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 3. Now here's McCollum. Feeds to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Takes it out to Covington. Clock at 4. Good on the three-point shot.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Now here is George. Pass to Leonard. Over Jones. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Ibaka finds Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Pulls up on the elbow. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Morris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Lillard with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's George, following the score by Damian Lillard. And George, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, George in there just gliding through and makes a nice move on the drive.
Beverley against Lillard. Inside, trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. 5 on the clock. Jones kicks to Covington. Lillard from outside. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. Two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And here's Leonard, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. To the middle. Back to Beverley. Covington with the steal. Jones, the pass to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 8. And George kicks to Ibaka. Morris looking over the floor. Nobody near George. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
52 seconds left in the first. And here's McCollum for 3.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
A nice shot by George. George has got his second basket.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
And Lillard gets it to go.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. 8-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's the three. The shot, no good. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll return shortly.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Outside Collins. Back to Powell. Shoots the 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
To the left side wing. Collins kicks to Powell. Over Kennard. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. It is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing. Beverly just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And the dunk by Jackson.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Here's Anthony. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
I remember when Cousins came into the NBA, I had a chance to watch him at his very first Summer League game, and I thought he'd be a problem then. Well, he's still a problem now. I mean, he can do so many things out there.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Batum attacking. The pass to man. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 10. Here's Simons. Down low. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside for Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Collins, and the layup falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Strong suit on offense is Collins getting down on the inside.
Jackson with it. Working on Collins. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Simons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson dishes to Cousins. Outside for Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The wide open look here for Anthony. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Passes it to Kennard. The three-pointer, no good. Portland leading by 14. Powell, the pass to Collins. Back to Powell. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Pass to Kennard. Latrey taken away by Anthony. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Collins kicks to Cantor. The 3 from Anthony. Collins passes to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls. Powell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
John Collins pretty fundamental. Nice job of finding a teammate.
Deflects the pass. And so it's Portland holding a big 8. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are in control of this game. Up. And that should...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Clippers trail by 18. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones. And it's Nurkic in its center, locking down the middle. Here's Lillard. Following the score by Serge Ibaka. One-on-one here. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 6 points.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Beverly. Dish now to Leonard. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, the Clippers grab the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
There's no way he even felt that contact. That's what makes Leonard so tough to defend on the dribble drive. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Now here's McCollum. He has 5. Basket counts, and the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
From deep, George. High post to Ibaka. Working on Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by George. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Portland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And both free throws good for Covington. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. George against McCollum. A 3-ball. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Paul George.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. And big-time shot there.
Now here's McCollum. 7 points in the game. Yep, it counts. Lillard's got 8 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
George finds Leonard. Back to George. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:51 left in the third. And the basket by McCollum.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Beverley up top by Lillard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Simons the pass to Powell. Outside Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Simons, and he jams it with authority.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Here is Ibaka. Portland making their last shot. Leonard with no one around. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And Patrick Beverley sneaking in right there, always looking for ways that he can help support the team.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. That's tipped. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 11. Stolen by Kansas. Collins with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Simons surveying the D. Here's Cantor. Another shot. Anthony in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Cantor.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Outside, George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And George drops them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Trailblazers up by 11. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Morris. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Now you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. Outside Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Ibaka. Cantor's shot is off. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 11. It's good on the putback.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Now Powell. Up top, Cantor. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
This is the thing about Cantor. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
And here's Rondo. From deep, George. And Ibaka kicks to Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard inside, working on Collins. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Ibaka. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Morris. And it's Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. Now, here's George. This one for 3. Rondo dishes to George. Cousins trying to free himself up. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Snatched away. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. Zubac finds Cousins. Second chance shot. He can't hit that time. Good D by Covington. To the paint. Lillard, right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons. Right. But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson against Lillard. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. George from deep three-point land. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Portland leading by 9. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Shot on the wing. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From deep. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. And here's George for 3. Can't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard way outside. The Trailblazers rebound. Pass to Jones. Lillard surveying the D. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA. DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Bull. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the pivot, manning the middle. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Jones in at the small forward. Murray for three. No good there. It's McCollum on the wing. That's good from 17 feet away. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Now, here's Lillard following the miss by Jokic. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. McCollum's got 5 now.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And stolen by Lillard. And now just over a minute played here in the first. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets. And it's Murray penetrating. And a wide open look for Porter. And the shot is long.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Covington's shot is off. For Denver, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Gordon finds Porter, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
McCollum against Porter. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Bull. And that one's good by Porter.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Murray against Lillard. Pass to Covington. 6 to shoot. Lillard with it. He's against Jokic. And that one's good. Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now, here's Jokic. Doubled by McCollum. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Denver with the ball. 4 on the clock. Here's Murray. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Now the pass to Nurkic. Outside Covington. The dish to Lillard. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. It's a 5-point game. 1:22 left to play in the first. That shot wide open. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Lillard fires away from way outside. No good with the triple. The Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Murray, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Gordon, the pass to Porter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 8 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Porter kicks to Murray. At the elbow, Bull. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Murray already a capable shooter from deep. I think the more shots he takes like this, the better he'll become at it.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And stolen by Bull. Here's Murray. It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get the second quarter underway. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy,
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, we've got JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. Second free throw, no good. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Go figure is right.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Anthony against Millsap. Anthony right side. Passes it to Powell. Pocket 6. Cantor dishes to Powell. The 3 from Anthony. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Millsap. And Millsap snaps it in.
Millsap showing you some speed. They're turning the Jets on. Far from just a bruising physical forward. His speed in transition impressive.
Now here's Powell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Millsap. Back to Green. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Simons. Powell for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
He lobs it up. Morris finds McGee. Back to Morris. To the wing right side. Green, the pass to Millsap. Over Anthony. Collins grabs the miss.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
Now here is McGee. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Simons. It's Powell on the wing. The 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Dozier can't get it to go.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Morris finds Millsap. Here's Dozier. From outside, off the mark. Portland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. And finished off by Collins.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Denver with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Pass to Powell. To the inside. Anthony kicks to Collins. Launches it, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Follow it.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points. Well, That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And now here comes Jones leading the break. Oh!
My goodness. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Bull the pass to Porter. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 8. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now Murray. He has 5. Pass to Jokic. Murray kicks to Jokic. Denver needs to get off his shot. Murray, no good.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long. And if you're drawing up your starting 5 with team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Here's Murray following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Pulls up on the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Taken away by Anthony. Out in his own on the break. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And that one's good by Porter.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
There's the pass to Simons. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 5. And the dunk by Bol.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Here's Simons, and he makes good on the layup. Simons has got 6.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I like the athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Simons surveying the D, and stolen by Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Up top, Powell. He has 5. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's Murray. Portland making their last shot. And that one is good. Murray's got 6 points in the quarter.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
For Portland, they've got nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Here's Simons. He's got 6. He kicks to Powell. From deep. No good on the shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Denver, Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in the shooting guard position.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
The drive by Cancer. Pass to Simons. Hands it from downtown. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Paul Millsap.
And, you know, as a mid-range shooter, Millsap's one of the better power forwards in the league. I mean, he's got a really nice touch from that area.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. And he goes in for the dunk.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Dozier passes to McGee. Throws it down as the official call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. The challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And not going to let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy two, but a foul called and a trip to the free throw line instead. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
And, you know, I like that Gordon is a versatile guy who can play both forward spots. He's a terrific athlete who continues to improve.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Lillard dishes to McCollum. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Five on the clock. Takes it out to Covington. Portland again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Murray, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. .157 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Murray with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Damian Lillard. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Ball, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Porter comes in for Barton. Cullen passes to Lillard. Porter with the steal. He's all alone. Here's Ball. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 2. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And here is Murray. Pass to Jokic. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Lillard on top. He's covered by Murray. Lillard attacking. Goes straight to... And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McCollum. Nurkic. Good. A huge shot to tie it up.
and just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
And McCollum with the block. And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Jamal Murray.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Don't go anywhere. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So the Nuggets win the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Bowles. Porter is out there with Murray. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. Lillard looking around. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Murray with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. And the dunk by Covington.
Man, I tell you what, you just really got to admire and respect the fearlessness of Covington. Never backs away from taking a crucial shot.
That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Murray.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Lillard against Murray. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded close. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Lillard against Murray. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
Lillard outside. Dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot for Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Bowles.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Gordon against Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul him.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Lillard outside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
Somebody's really lit the fuse for Damian Lillard.
I ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Lets it go from deep. Ends with a big win by Portland in a tight game. And David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it. The bustling city of Portland. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic, here we go. Bucket is good. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. McCollum, no good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And they're going to have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
The 3 for Doncic. Puts up a 3.
Well, it's great to see Lillard working on his defense. A part of his game that he's going to tighten up on.
And it's Doncic missing. Steps back and fires. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. From past the arc. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 5.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Lillard from outside. Mavericks with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Out to Hardaway. Another 3 for Dallas.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Doncic against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Porzingis can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start off the game. Nurkic dishes to Covington. It's picked off. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleba. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lillard the pass to McCollum. Here's Covington. Lillard outside. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard scanning the 4. McCollum outside. Off target with his 3. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, here's Doncic. He has 7. There's the 3. Kept alive. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Doncic against Lillard. A second chance effort. And it's Doncic missing. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jones, the pass to McCollum. That one, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now here's Lillard. Portland again missing. Richardson outside. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Well, Richardson comes from a military family. I mean, his mom was an officer in the Air Force, so he knows about discipline on and off the court. That helps a pro ball.
They need this, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
It's... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is stiff.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got J.J. Redick. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. Cauley-Stein passes to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Marjanovic down low, covered by Anthony.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Powell. Powell's got his first 2 points. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson attacking. Powell pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lobs it up for Anthony. Cantor kicks to Powell. Shoots over Redick. And nothing but hair on that one. Mavericks leading by 4. Cauley-Stein in the post. Here's Richardson. Drops one in from the wing. And that's now 6 points for Josh Richardson.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Brunson with it. Back to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley-Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
Redick against Powell. 14 feet away. Simons, no good on that one. Mavericks leading by 8. Fires the 3. Here's Marjanovic, and he converts the layup.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. But all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Good work there as it goes. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Cantor, the pass to Simons. Lets the three fly. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And the rejection by Collins. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Simons surveying the D. Outside Collins. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Back to Doncic. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 14. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. To the middle. Stolen away. Passes it to Kleba. Here's Doncic. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Mavericks.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 assists, and
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot, but they recover it. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Doncic, no good.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around. He could have attacked the basket.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Lillard left side. Here's Finney-Smith. No points in the game yet for him. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Hardaway from outside.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. So it's the Mavericks now. Brunson. No good on the quick three.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on J.J. Redick. Greggy, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the pass to Cantor. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And Cantor over to help. Pass to Melly. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 13. Here's Jones. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. Richardson outside. Feeds it to Powell. Pass to Melly. Three-pointer. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Collins checked in for Jones.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
1:04 left to play in the third. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. 8-point game. From deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. A shot off that time, so the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Anthony dishes to Powell. Back to Anthony. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas leading by 8. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Collins finds Powell. Now, here's Lillard. Doncic looking it over. 4 seconds left. He takes it up and lays it in. And it's a 12-point Dallas lead.
And the body control on display there. Doncic looking determined to finish no matter the contact.
And so it's Dallas, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Passes to Powell. Back to Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell. And that one good.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Dallas leading by 12. Doncic with it. The pass to Porzingis. Damian Lillard pulls it in. The Trailblazers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Powell, no one around him. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Wide open shot is on the money. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Collins comes over. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for Zach Collins. And McCollum subbed in for Powell. Mavericks leading by 15. Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Shoots a 3. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The 3 for Doncic. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Buries it from 3-point range.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure what this guy was in the first half.
Richardson with it. Lillard picks him up. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Marjanovic down low. Covington's there. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Trailblazers trail by 12. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. The 10-footer. Nurkic finds Powell. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Any sharp guys in the NBA.
And sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Outside, Redick. Covington with the steal.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely. But we've seen crazier things happen.
And a wide open look for McCollum. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
And McCullough is a lethal scorer, especially when the game is on the line. Love how under control he is.
Brunson kicks to Redick. Dishes it to Hardaway. Paulie Stein at the elbow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The deep 3 from Redick. Poke loose. Brunson finds Redick. To end the drought. Pass to Brunson. Fires for 3. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now Powell. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Now, here's Lillard. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Here's Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Now McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Leonard. And here's Beverly. It's deflected. Nurkic with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. It's stolen by Jones. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And the shot goes down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now, here's George. Offensive rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game here. Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. To the right side. Nobody near Lillard. Misses the 3.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Up again, and Leonard stays with it.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum finds Nurkic. Outside, Jones. It's hauled in by Zubats, and there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Here's George. Wants to get it to Zubats, and does. The pass to George. There's the triple. He's off on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's George following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And that one drops.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Baca comes in for Marcus Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Over George. Jones controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Outside, George. Jackson has the open look. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum with the ball. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard way outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Clippers trail. From deep, George. The feed to Jackson. And Covington sends it back. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Good on the bucket. McCollum's got 6 points.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Outside, George feeds it to Ibaka. Cousins trying to free himself up. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by George.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Lillard from outside. And that one is off. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Powell, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Collins, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Simons. 6 on the shot clock, tipped away. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop, drops in the breakaway layup. Beverly's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
And this is what Beverly likes, playing at a high pace, making his presence felt in the open court.
Anthony drives in to the paint. Here's Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Zubac. Out to Morris. Goes up on the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Trailblazers shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. And here's Anthony from the arc. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Here's Simons. He dishes it to Powell. Passes it to Simons. Inside, Kanter kicks to Powell. Morris dishes to George. Out to Morris for 3. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Kanter, the pass to Powell. Bounce pass, Anthony. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got 4 this quarter. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
High percentage look for him, but bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Up top, Kanter. Out to Anthony. Pass to Simons. Now Kanter. Zubac defending. It's hauled in by the Clippers, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson against Lillard. Jackson down low. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard looking around. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Nurkic finds McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got 9 points.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Outside Jackson, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now here's McCollum. 9 points in the game so far. That one drops for him.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And there's the pass to Cousins. In the corner, Kennard with it. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Down low. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And great ball movement from CJ. That's the unselfish play you want from your guards.
Kennard for 3. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 6-point lead. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, as he gets into his... And that does it for our half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Beverly.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And here is Los Angeles now. Portland making their last shot. Out to Morris. Back to George. For the 3. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 8 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
McCollum finds Lillard. From outside the arc, and there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. George looking around. Pass to Beverly. Back to George. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Just 2 to shoot.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
George dishes to Morris. Back to George. No one near him. And the jumper is on the mark. He's got 10.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
Beverly against Lillard. He kicks it to McCollum. And the basket is good.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
George against McCollum. Here's Covington. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From deep. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Beverly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
When defending Patrick Beverly, it's hard to match his level of energy and activity.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Here's Simons. The Clippers getting the bucket. There's the dish to Powell. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. Anthony down low. He's against Morris. Second shot opportunity. Powell, no one around him, drills the three-pointer. Powell's got 5 now.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
From deep, George. Leonard on the wing. Back to Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. George, no good. Trailblazers leading by 8. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Beverly. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Leonard with no one around. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Powell. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. And a deep 3 from George. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And a big-time 3 to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within reach, but they've got to pick up the intensity in this final quarter.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Anthony out there with Collins. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Collins. Passes to Simons. Outside Anthony. Here's Simons. Shot clock at 6. Powell down low. Kennard covering. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. A shot by Batum, no good. Oh, that's blocked. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. Anthony leading the charge. Powell, that's good.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
And it's good, 2 points. Kennard's got his first bucket in this one.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Kicks to Powell. There's the triple. Good on the triple. Powell's got 10 points in just the second half.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Kennard. Dishes it to Ibaka. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The offensive rebound. Cousins on the follow.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Here's Simons. Pass to Cannon. Outside Anthony. Here's Powell. And again, it's Portland converting.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Anthony against Jackson. Anthony down low. And the layup's good off the glass.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Jackson dishes to Cousins. Launches a 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the pass to Powell. Right wing. Batum against Collins. Cantor with it. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. They get it back. Out to Anthony. Powell for 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for C.J. McCollum.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Powell against Kennard. Anthony kicks to Collins. Pass to Powell. From downtown, Collins finds Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and down. Take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, we've got Aaron Gordon. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Jokic in at the 5, home in the paint. Now here's Gordon. Kicks it to Porter. The putback, Jokic on the follow.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Jokic.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Covington, no good off the back of the rim. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oh, Porter in position, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Now, sometimes there's passes, and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's Lillard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Jokic throws it down.
You just wonder where Jamal Murray is going to go. This guy is a terrific combo guard.
And stolen by Barton. Over to the left wing. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
McCollum, no good. The Nuggets on offense. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And McCollum puts up a deep three, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, C.J. McCollum can go from second gear to fourth gear and back to second gear. A defense's nightmare.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. He dishes it to Porter. Lob pass to Gordon, and the turnover again by Denver.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
1:11 left in the first quarter. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Drops in the layup for two. Lillard's got 6.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
To the middle, back to Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Now, here's Jokic. Shot clock at 5, and it's Gordon missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
32 seconds left to play here in the first. Barton finds Gordon. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it falls over the rim and in. 8 points for him.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's McCollum. The putback.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Denver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Morris, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers, and it's Dozier in at the 3 slot. And here is Morris. Pass to Rivers. There's the dish to Millsap. Back to Rivers. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Morris passes to McGee. Hangs in the air. He lays it in.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Simons. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Morris, left side. Here's Dozier. He's guarded by Collins. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Simons. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
Here's Rivers, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Enes Kanter.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Here's Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. It doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
McGee against Kanter, and the wide-open shot from Morris. And the three off target. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Morris finds McGee. .105 left in the first half. To the paint. It's stolen by Anthony.
If you could stay active on defense, good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Inside, here's McGee, and he drops in the layup off the glass. McGee's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
Here's Simons. He's got 9. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Jones checked in for Zach Collins. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Norman Powell. Murray with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gordon goes in, floats it up for Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic is a hard worker. That time, a terrific job of rolling into the open space after he set the screen.
And McCollum puts up a deep 3, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to what a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 10 points and one of the... And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Trailblazers trail by 5. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets. And the playmaking of Jokic is so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Murray surveying the D. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Murray outside. Outside Gordon. There's the pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
A good look from McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Murray against Lillard. Barton outside. Left side Gordon. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits the 3-point bomb. Murray's got 5.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
That's tipped. And the rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 10. Covington with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Covington dishes to Nurkic. Back to Jones. Now Nurkic still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Murray outside. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And now a 12-point Nugget lead. And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. It's Covington on the wing. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Back to Lillard, the tray, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. The Nuggets leading by 12. Now here's Murray. He has 7, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Nurkic in the post, guarded by McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Lillard slams it in.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Morris against Lillard. Outside Millsap. Denver with a new 14. Dozier passes to Morris. They get it back. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lillard outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Out left to the wing. This one for three. Here's McGee. Pass to Rivers. And here's Morris for three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Denver up by... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Dozier in at the three, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Millsap misses. Trailblazers trail by 12. Collins kicks to Powell. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Out to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Dozier. And Cancer pulls it down.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And finished off by Collins.
Like the fact that the timing on that play was perfect for Collins to get up, collect it, and dunk it.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Passes it to Millsap. Takes a three. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell for three. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And finished off by Rivers.
On the attack, 6'4", good verts. Rivers can produce at the rim.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Powell against Rivers. Outside Millsap. Off target from outside. Trailblazers trail by 10 on up the court. The shot by Powell, no good.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Porter passes to Gordon. And here is Murray. Knocked away. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. And the lead is down inside single digits. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
Well, C.J., as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Jokic, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Lets it go from deep. McCollum, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Lillard against Murray. A three from McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Porter finds Murray. Back to Porter. Barton outside. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Lillard surveying the D. They get it again.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Jones against Murray. There's 18 seconds left in the game. At the elbow, Jokic. 16 feet away. Rebound by Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So we see Denver get the win here, but probably a little closer than they would have liked. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA payday.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Through the contact from long range. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, any thought? It wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kleba, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
McCollum, they get the rebound. Outside, Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Back to Lillard. Plays it up and banks it in. 7 points in the game.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Doncic against Lillard.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the 1 miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 to shoot. Nobody near Nurkic. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic with it. Now defended by McCollum.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here's Doncic following the basket by C.J. McCollum. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Doncic, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the dunk by Covington.
And check out how high Covington gets with these alley-oops. My goodness. taking off like he's been launched by a rocket booster.
Now, here's Doncic. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard with no one around. And Covington stays with it. Covington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Oh, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
Lillard outside. Doncic with the steal. Fires for three. Knocked loose.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Covington kicks to McCullough. Three-pointer, Lillard. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 13. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the three ball is good. Doncic has got 7.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
And Lillard throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the center.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Lillard. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Brunson against Lillard. Kicks it out to Richardson. Off target from three-point range. Portland leading by 13. McCollum with the ball, and it's Richardson picking him up. Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Melly. Out to the right wing. Here's Brunson, and he makes good on the layup. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And it's McCollum off the drive. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And it goes down 2 points. Richardson's got his first 2 points.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. Over to the wing. Uncovered. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Maley. Richardson with the double team. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pass to Powell. Passes it to Simons. 4 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. The shot by Powell, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Richardson, no luck. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Powell. Gets a very good look and converts. Powell's got 5 now.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Brunson. Kicks it to Powell. Redick from deep three-point land. From outside, off the mark. Portland leading by 14. And stolen by Redick. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Fires the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Powell for 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Cantor finds Collins. Here's Simons. Poked away and stolen by Richardson. No good that time. And so it's the Portland Trail. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 15 points and one of them. And that'll...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The 3 for Doncic. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got the first points of the second half here for the Mavericks.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
The pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Back to McCollum. Lillard outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And a wide open look for McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Doncic against Lillard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch. A 3 from McCollum and another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Doncic, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Lillard from outside. Portland with a new 14. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hardaway. Good D by McCollum. Portland leading by 16. Pushing it up. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Covington's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Doncic outside. Fires the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Pass to Powell. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. And the rejection by Collins. And here's the break. Here's Simon. And that one is stuffed right through.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Portland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Simons. Traps in the tray. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, again, just a lackluster transition defense.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Here's Simons. And here is Powell. 5 points in the game. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
From past the arc, another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
And so it's Portland feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Mavericks trail by 17. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. 3-pointer. And it's Melly missing. Trailblazers leading by 17. Powell with it. Feeds it to Carmelo. Back to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. They grab their own miss. The shot comes out. Dallas shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Redick surveying the D. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's the main strength in Redick's game. His three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. And it's Simons missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Collins against Redick. The three. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
Powell against Richardson. Powell, the pass to Carmelo. Back to Powell. High post try. That shot off the mark. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And again, Dallas turns it over.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Simons surveying the D. Outside Anthony, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 14. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Doncic has got 30.
You know, guys, you look at Doncic, and he has really good size for a wing, which helps him have his way against most defenders.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Portland moving the ball around. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And it's Doncic missing. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Portland leading by 13. Pass to Jones to the inside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Jacks up a three. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Doncic from the arc. Melly passes to Powell. The three for Doncic. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for C.J. McCollum.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Back to Lillard. To the middle. Kicks it out to Jones. Outside Covington. Lillard against Richardson. Here's McCollum. Portland no good that time either. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Doncic has got 33.
Boy, shots like this prove Doncic has the ability to be a major threat from there, expanding his game.
Mavericks foul call. That's his first.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard.
So he gets them both.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
From deep. Another three for Dallas.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down.
Hands it from downtown.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's all.